Welcome back to Hardball. Let's bring in the roundtable. Craig Crawford's an MSNBC political analyst. Ryan Liz is a New Yorker writer. And Mary Catherine Ham is with townhall.com. Let me ask you all, starting with you, Ryan, what do you make of the president's proposal now, not for a temporary commitment to Iraq, but this enduring strategic engagement with Iraq that he compared in a briefing yesterday with reporters and anchor people to our long-term engagement with South Korea, that treaty, in fact, we have with South Korea?
Well, it's the one part of this that I don't think is necessary contradicts what Democrats may eventually want. Look, if you're for withdrawal in Iraq, that doesn't mean you're for abandoning the Iraqi people. It doesn't mean you're for giving up on the Middle East. You just believe that the situation is a mess and American troops are doing more harm than good there right now.
Are you talking about
so I don't think that's necessarily
a mutual defense treaty? Is that what you think? Where we promise to defend that government?
In the unlikely event that Iraq turns into a stable democracy, sure, what's wrong with it?
If it does, but I'm talking about signing on to a deal like that now. Saying we'll support the government in Baghdad and we will defend it against any matter of folk.
Well, if the Syrians or the Iranians are going to...
Or the Shia militia, should we be in that business?
I mean, look, tacitly, isn't that our policy right now?
I don't think that's the most... But it should be a national policy?
I don't think that's the most controversial policy.
Should the United States sign on to such a deal? Should the U.S. Senate agree to that in a two-thirds vote to create a treaty with that country?
Right, I don't think it's at all a surprise that we would have a presence there, as we have.
No, not a presence, a mutual defense treaty. The president says compared to what we have with South Korea.
Right.
Should we have that kind of relationship? Will it sell with the American people? Will the U.S. Senate agree to something like that?
I think it's necessary, and I think I'm not sure what the Senate will do with it. I think it is.
So the United States should protect. So the United States should ensure for posterity the defense of the government in Baghdad. We should defend it.
Well, things are turning around, as we have heard from
Just asking a question of policy here. I don't want a narration.
I think they should.
Here.
Yes, I think it's in our national interest to stay there and to defend against our enemies in that place and to help that government do it.
Let me go now to Craig Crawford. I've never heard such an escalation of our commitment to the point of not there to topple Saddam and let some people have an election and see what they can do. If they can run a country, we'll stand up and then they'll stand up and we'll get out of there. But this idea of some ongoing, enduring strategic relationship, engagement, the president calls it, with the government in Iraq is to me, quite a development.
Yeah, I'm not sure Congress should even take it very seriously until it's more concrete, Chris. This strikes me as another distraction tactic, as the surge itself was, to keep people talking about other things than what's actually going on in Iraq. I mean, I think by getting everyone bitterly arguing about the future of a long-term commitment, they're not arguing about the present, which is what's here and now. And this is something the president's often done, is point to some down the calendar, down the road, something's going to happen next year, 5 years, and get people talking about those things and not about what's going on right now. That's what the surge was all about.
I think Craig's right. I think you're several steps ahead here. We have no idea what...
No, it's the president.
The president
I'm reporting what he said.
No, I know that, but I'm just saying...
I'm not proposing.
But it sounds like you're worried that this is some kind of overcommitment.
Am I concerned? Damn straight. We'll be right back with the roundtable. You're watching Hardball.